There are moments in life when every option seems closed. Behind you is danger. Ahead of you is uncertainty. And staying still feels just as frightening as moving forward. This was the moment Moses faced. Not in private prayer. Not in quiet reflection. But in front of an entire nation watching him lead. This is the story of the Red Sea. And it shows us what trusting Jehovah looks like when the way forward seems impossible. Freedom then fear. For generations the Israelites had lived as slaves in Egypt. They labored under harsh conditions. They cried out for relief. And Jehovah heard them. Through powerful signs, Jehovah humbled Pharaoh and secured the Israelites' release. Freedom finally arrived. But freedom did not immediately bring peace. As the Israelites traveled, they became aware of a terrifying reality. Pharaoh had changed his mind. The same ruler who let them go was now chasing them with an army. The people looked ahead and saw the Red Sea. White. Uncrossable. Unforgiving. They looked behind and saw dust rising from approaching chariots. In that moment, fear erased memory. They forgot the miracles. They forgot Jehovah's power. They only saw danger. Doubt returns. The Israelites cried out in fear. Some blamed Moses. Others wished they had never left Egypt. Fear made slavery seem safer than trust. They asked hard questions. Why did we leave? Why were we brought here to die? Why would Jehovah allow this? This was not quiet doubt. It was loud panic. Moses stood between a frightened people and an approaching army. The pressure was immense. Calm in the storm. Moses did not deny the danger. But he did not surrender to fear. He reminded the people of something essential. Jehovah had brought them this far. Jehovah had not abandoned them now. Then came a command that required complete trust. Jehovah told Moses to stretch out his staff over the sea. There was no visible path. No bridge. No reassurance except faith. Obedience came before understanding. Moses lifted the staff. Jehovah acts. Jehovah caused a powerful wind to blow throughout the night. The waters began to divide. What once blocked the way became a passage. The Israelites stepped forward cautiously. They walked between towering walls of water. On dry ground. Fear gave way to awe. When the Egyptian army pursued them, the waters returned. The danger was removed completely. Jehovah did not merely delay the threat. He ended it. Faith confirmed. On the other side of the sea, the people stood in silence. The impossible had happened. Trust had been rewarded. Obedience had opened the way. Jehovah had proven once again that no obstacle can stand in the path of his purpose. What this story teaches us. This story teaches us several powerful lessons. First, fear often returns after progress. Freedom does not mean fear disappears. Second, trust in Jehovah sometimes requires movement before clarity. The path often appears after obedience. Third, Jehovah does not always remove obstacles immediately. Sometimes he opens a way through them. Faith is not passive. It moves forward even when the way is unclear. Applying the story. Take a moment to reflect. Where do you feel trapped right now? What situation feels impossible to resolve? Reflection question. Where might Jehovah be asking you to trust him, even though you cannot yet see the outcome? Allow this story to remind you that Jehovah sees beyond the obstacle. If this Bible story helped you understand the scriptures more clearly, please like this video. Subscribe to Scripture Stories Explained for calm, simple Bible stories each week. You can also share this video with someone who may need encouragement today.